You know what's really bad? I went into uni 3 times last year, man.
What do you mean?
As in, I went to
You went to 3 lectures?
I would be at like the flat, and I'm on campus, and there's no excuse to not go to uni, innit?
Yeah, of course.
And I was just like, not today, and then not tomorrow. But the day after
So
that.
what were your lecturers saying about that?
Oh, they emailed me the first 2 weeks saying your attendance is like less than 25%, and I was like, yeah, it is. And then
What did you come out with? What were your results first year?
48.5%.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's
That's
all right.
Dead, bro. That's dead.
Dead though, innit?
Do you know why that's dead as well? Think about it really, bro. You only need 40% to pass.
I know, man.
That means, right, that realistically, yeah, you're scraping the barrel, bro.
I know.
But the one thing that you can take from that is, like, one, you know that you can pass because it's your first year. But you know as well as me, like, your first year at uni really is just doing your A-levels again.
Yeah, but
It's catching up with
what I struggled with,
A-levels.
my mental health wasn't the best. You know why?
Okay.
Because it was more of a, I can't be asked to go into uni because I don't care about uni, and I also don't care enough to make myself grow.
So hold on, what's that got to do with your mental health though? Is that just your mindset?
No, I think.
Or is that mental health? Is that not you just being lazy? Can you call that mental health? Like, why would you say that was
the first
mental
question
health?
I'm asking? You obviously don't want to be at uni.
No.
Are you spending money going
No.
You don't even want to do it? Why is the
Nah,
question?
I'm intrigued by my course.
Intrigued, but just not interested.
No, I'm interested. But it was because of a lack of effort, I'd say, that made me spiral into that 3 lecture the whole year.
Yeah, so that's what I'm asking you, but why is that mental health? See, this is what I'm saying. Like, when we talk about mental health, the term mental health is bandied around a lot.
Yeah.
So we need to be careful when we're saying,
when using it.
oh, it's my mental health, or is it just you? Like, is that your character, bro? Is that like, and I'm not saying that can't change, is that not just you being in bad habits or having bad habits? Like, I'm asking
not
you,
being into what you're doing, innit?
It wasn't that into
all that. There can be a plethora of things that it could be.
I would say it's habits, you know. No, I think about the mental health bit. Because it was more of I was not low, but I couldn't be asked to get myself away from that. Not habits, but like routine of not going into uni.
But if we break it down, this is what I'm asking you, like, was it your mental health? So were you getting anxiety thinking of going to lectures? Because I can't see why you would only go to 3 lectures in the whole year.
What I could see is that we're drinking a lot.
Was you drinking? Was
Yeah.
you partying?
So mental health is going to come into it, and
this is what I was asking.
What you drinking and what you
was it
doing.
anxiety?
It's what you're doing.
You're having drinking a depressant, innit?
You know what it was? I was procrastinating really bad.
Yeah.
Like, really bad. So
Were you overwhelmed?
yes. Do you know why? No one told me that uni is you. Do you get me?
Doing it yourself.
No one don't care if you're there, man.
So I was thinking, I didn't realise I had an academic advisor, someone that I could chat to my age roughly. I didn't know that lecturers had emails and shit that I could message and they'd be responding quite quickly and that. And I went into the lectures, and I went to the first ever lecture, like bang, I was set, I was ready to go.
Yeah.
And then I sat there, I was like, this is pointless because they're speaking too fast for me to write down the information they want to talk about. And also,
you meant to go and do your own research, innit?
yeah, and I looked around, I was thinking, no one actually cares right now.
No, listen,
really paying
the
attention.
point of the lecture is to take in some information around what the core of the topic is, and then you go and do your own research on it. You don't copy everything that they're saying and think,
No.
That's a step up, innit?
It is a
It's
step
knowing
up,
when to
maybe
write
the
or what to
lecturers, maybe because obviously, like, you have different lecturers.
Yeah.
So there's different teaching styles. Like, I wouldn't say it's
True.
just to like
brief,
go,
yeah.
but it is the lecturer should make the lecture engaging.
100%.
You understand? You're not meant to just go there and listen to someone
Talking at you.
so you can regurgitate what they've said. They are meant to be teaching you. I'm giving you fucking 9 bags a year. You better be teaching me something.
They're not teaching you that much, you know. I don't think it's... With my course, it's different, and like, I don't know. It's not like...
What's your course?
Economics.
Okay.
it's just theory based, and there is no I have to go into labs or
Mm.
interact. I like that, but I was never an engineering kind of guy or medicine kind of guy.
Yeah.
I was just a maths guy, innit?
See, I was never a maths guy. That was my problem. That's where I struggled with sciences. When it got down to the maths part of the science, the theory of it, I could get. Even the practical, I could get. But when it was down to that, with me in my course, it was like the stats I hated, and when we had to do that maths.
So you wasn't
and even
interested.
Chemistry. It wasn't that I wasn't interested in it, bro. I just always struggled. I remember at school, man, I struggled with maths because with me, maths is repetition on it. Like they say, once you get it, you just get it.
It's concept,
and
innit?
once you do it, like if you do it enough, you'll get it. But there's a difference between doing something and knowing how to do it, and actually really understanding the crux of why that.
I think you gotta like what you're doing to a degree, which goes back to what I was saying in the beginning. You gotta like. I think so. If you're studying it in order to grasp it and get the best out of yourself and the subject, you got to enjoy what you're doing. Maths,
but you can't enjoy all of everything.
There's been times when I've enjoyed doing maths and I was flying. But then for the majority of my life, I've not enjoyed doing maths.
But maths is such a big thing, isn't it? This is what I'm saying. Like, it's like when you do a course, you can't expect to like every aspect of the course.
But then people could say, "Oh, that's not the course for you." Then
no, but that's where then people are wrong. That's what I'm saying. Because I used to
dependent on how.
But do you like microbiology or do you like genealogy? You don't have to like both. Do you like pathology? But it's all science.
But I'm saying, like, if you're doing a certain subject and a big part of it is maths, then you do have to. You like maths.
Yeah. True. 100%.
You got to do it every day.
No, but then
you got to like it. If you don't, I hate maths.
Yeah, if you
I don't hate it because I know how important it is, but I didn't like it at school, and like I could have been good at it.
No, but do you think successful people?
But I realised early that I didn't like it, so I didn't really push myself on it.
Nah, but what I was saying is,
man, I didn't like it. I just struggled with it more. It wasn't the fact that I didn't like maths. I wouldn't even say I didn't like it. I just didn't. I struggled with maths more than I struggled with other subjects. Yeah. So it always got kind of pushed to the side of what I want.
Yeah.
When really, that's the stuff that you should be working on more. And it's not when you go to the gym.
Very true.
It's like, I love doing chess. Hate my legs. Bro, you need to do legs more.
True. Nah, but what I'm saying is though, so he's just said, Greg just said, you have to enjoy everything you do in it. Kinda. Right? But
I don't agree.
Successful people
are not always enjoying everything you do.
Not enjoying everything, but I'm saying you have to enjoy.
You're putting words in my mouth.
Not enjoy everything you do, but you have to enjoy. I don't know. Do you think successful people actually enjoy everything they do?
No.
No
one does.
You can't be happy all the time.
I'm saying.
Can't chase happiness.
I'm saying if you're going to study something, you gotta enjoy. Like
that's a good thing. What you just said.
The bulk of it.
What?
Chasing happiness, and like
it's because it's a temporary feeling, isn't it? You're not happy all the time.
Yeah.
And you're not sad all the time.
You're not meant to be happy all the time, man. Like who made this? Like you're meant to be happy all the time. Your body would be fucked if you was happy all the time.
Yeah, you need the
neurotransmitters that would be really because you can't live on a constant high.
Yeah,
you can't.
Like you can't. You're not meant to. It's not natural.
So how would you deal with the lows then? How? Let's just say you've got a young person struggling with a few lows in their life and they can't get out of it.
Yeah.
What would you say?
Learn to enjoy your darkness, man. Learn to harness.
Give me a shiver with that.
Learn to harness the strength of your darkness, because there's gonna be a lot of dark days in your life, and you gotta learn how to use them. There's teachings in all of them every time. Every time you have a dark day, there's lessons in there, man.
But can it be a dark day if you're in?
I like the pain. I like the misery. I like this world.
Can it be a dark day if you're enjoying
the darkness?
The darkness, though.
Well, that's the point. Isn't it? Like,
when I say enjoy the darkness, all right, let me rephrase it. You got to just learn. You learn a lot of lessons in the dark days, man.
Yeah.
You listen to yourself, and you listen to, your consciousness, or you're in touch with yourself. In them dark days is where you learn your best lessons, because it's them times when you feel like I'm alone, and people say when you're alone, that's when you have your best lessons.
Okay then, flipping it now then.
What do you think first before we flip it?
Okay.
Crazy man, but what do you think? Because we're talking about young men and like having dark days and what we're learning, like, and chasing happiness in specific is what
I think you gotta be grateful for the fact that you're still breathing. I think.
Definitely.
Because if you're breathing, it's just there's nothing wrong.
There's possibilities.
There's possibility of hope.
And that's something you can chase as well. You say you can't chase happiness. You can chase gratefulness though. You can think all the time, counting your blessings. What am I grateful for?
So I've started to think more of like, I'm grateful for food on the table. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for the friends that I've got. And if I think constantly in that way, every day, more grateful for this, more grateful for that, there can't be a sad day. Can there? Nah.
It's like very similar to what you're saying. Is that like look for silver linings in it?
Yeah.
Like when there's a dark cloud over you, like or something goes wrong, or something happens, I always try and look for a silver lining. I will find a silver lining. Yeah. How is this affecting me? Like how, if it affects me the same way, if it affects me again, will it be the same way? No, because I've been more resilient to it. So there's a silver lining straight away. I'm always looking for the positive in any situation.
Do you know what helped me?
Well, it doesn't mean I always stay positive.
Yeah. What helped me was, okay, so I'm interested, obviously we like football, innit?
Yes.
So I was watching the Arsenal documentary, the All or Nothing one. And obviously managers have to deal with lows and highs in it. Yeah. In terms of how the players are feeling. The morale. That's all it is, isn't it? Football, really. Yeah. If the team's feeling good, they're gonna play better because they're confident in their.
They have all psychologists and everything.
That's what I'm saying. So
you're not playing.
It's hard to. I don't know. It's hard to manage yourself, manage others. If that makes sense. So it's hard.
I think you need to realise it's not your job to be managing other people, unless you are. Well, if you're a football manager, I'm talking about you as a person. Like when we're talking about chasing happiness. Because I think, like Greg's saying, I think one of the things that I would try and say to people is that nothing is lasting. I think once we realise...
Even life is not lasting.
But it's not.
My Angelou, this too shall pass.
Exactly. So I think, like, you're going to go through lows, innit? You just have to remember that. There's more than that one thing. That one thing, there's more.
Alright, so spinning that then, you just said nothing's really long lasting, and that's true. Yeah. It's the sad reality of life, innit? But what is the point of life then?
I'll let Aaron answer that one.
Whoa, jeez.
No, because you said it's not
different for everyone.
You can't feel happy all the time. You can't feel sad all the time. You can't feel angry all the time.
What's the point?
What's the point of us being here? Like, it's weird, man.
No, it's fine. It's finding that balance, and it's finding what makes you happy. It's the journey of being here. That's what I love. It's different for everyone. Like, no one can say what is the point of being here. It's different for everyone.
I think someone. It's about purpose, and like for
purpose.
Me,
yes,
finding a purpose. Someone
purpose?
could find their purpose as a 5-year-old. And for the rest, it could be some child prodigy, like football, piano playing, composing music. And be like, boom, that's his calling right there.
But you can't pin down just to age.
But then some people could do it when they're 60. They could have lived their whole life and grafted their whole life and earned for their family and built up this house.
But that was
sold the house. Exactly. And that was their purpose. And they didn't realise that it was 60. That's what I was meant to do. Everybody has a different purpose and a different journey. And to me, the meaning of life is literally what you make it. What that individual makes their life is the meaning of their life. It's up to them. It's like as you say in your poem, it's like we're just like stardust, and we're just fizzling bits of stardust. Like
I feel sad for those that don't. Obviously, not everyone finds their purpose in it.
Yeah,
I feel really bad for the people that die and haven't really done anything for themselves or for others. I don't know.
But that's like a self-realisation, isn't it? Because me looking at you thinking you never found your purpose, but
it's regret.
But only I could say that if I found my purpose or not.
But
no one else could tell you that you never lived up, because that's like projecting it.
When did they realise
someone should be? But this is what Greg just said, isn't it? A man might work his whole life in a job and think that he's not done anything, but in reality, he's raised a household, provided for his family.
Everything and everyone just ripples in time, man. We're all just ripples in time, innit? And you decide how big that ripple is.
Tiny
Time is mad.
You decide how big that ripple is and how big of an echo you leave, innit?
Me personally, I want to leave an echo in it.
Yeah.
Like, if I personally die,
That should be the goal for everyone, though.
I have a dream in it, and I say this all the time. You probably heard this a million
Martin
times.
Luther King, man, let's go.
So my dream.
We are the people.
Get
to the promised
So you want to leave an echo, you said?
Yeah, so I have my worst nightmare, bro. It sounds bad, but it is just my worst nightmare. Is to get up,
Just the
go
one
to
about
a
the belt
job.
around your neck and then go wrong.
No, that's my fantasy. That's my fantasy. No, but getting up, going to work, bro, for 30, 40 years, bro, and raising a family, yeah, sitting down at a table, one of my grandkids or my great grandkids running up to me and going, "Granddad, tell me about your life." And me turning around to him going, yeah, I worked for 40 years.
Dead.
Yeah, I went on 1 or 2
Dead.
holidays. And that's it. Like, that to me would be a fucking waste
We
of
discussed
a
this.
life,
We
bro.
discussed this.
Imagine the kid actually went, "Is that it, granddad?"
I was slapping his face. Get out of here, fam.
My friend was telling me about his granddad went to flipping Timbuktu and that when he was a kid. And that,
Bro, that's
I'd
it.
feel sad.
I'd rather sit down and be like, you know what? I travelled for the mountains, you get me? Like, I fucking flew on helicopters, I went
Started a
diving,
charity
I
or something.
walked in the desert on my own, like, or anything, like, I help people, like, I'll go up and
I
down
just
and
want
help
to say to
people.
my grandkid, well, son, I did a lot of fucking. I fucked.
Wait, so if I ask you right now then, so right now, so if you ask me, what are you most proud that you've done or overcome, I would say 100% skydiving. 100%. Because I'm scared if I'm not meant to be flying, but that's the one thing I'm most. If someone said to me, "What's the best thing you've ever done?"
Well, I've never.
Oh, hold on,
skydived,
you been skydiving then?
Yeah.
You done it?
Yeah, do you want to tell what it feels?
Bro, I'd shit myself.
Shall I tell you what it feels
I mean,
like?
literally shit myself.
You know what?
People from the bottom.
You wouldn't. Nah, you wouldn't. Nah, you wouldn't shit yourself. You wouldn't shit yourself. So there was 8 and 9 of us, yeah, and then we were going up in this little plane. But we had to split up in 2 different groups, innit? So I see my boys. I was in the second group, and they were in the first group. They went up, whatever. But my experience of it was, so we're going up for like 15 minutes, and the window opens, innit? And I'm like, this is mad. This is mad. But I didn't want to react because it's like...
Took you till then to realise that.
No, it's trust me, you realise you're high.
Ooh.
High. And then you see the world and like its roundness and that. And then the moment when you like go on...
Oh, you're not that high, bro. You can't do the fucking earth and that.
No. What I'm saying is
You seen the curve.
you see it differently, You see it differently. Especially when you're outside the plane. You
You're
get
telling me flat earthers only need to go in an aeroplane.
Yeah.
And then they'll get it.
Yeah. They'll see. And then, but my brain didn't understand what was going on.
Oh,
My
what do you
brain
mean?
didn't get it. Like,
What, you froze?
no.
Hold on. Was you strapped to the guys?
Yeah. I'm not going alone.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Did they ask if you was ready?
No, what they do is
Did they ask if you was ready to go?
No, they just tap you on the shoulder.
And then
that's
jump.
it, you're done.
And then the
You
jump.
got no
No,
way.
you don't jump. You don't jump. They're like 3, 2, bang. They don't do it on one.
They don't ask you to give a thumbs up or nothing. Just in case you've changed your mind halfway up.
Oh no.
Nah, once you're
They don't. They
you
don't
gotta go
really.
in it, I
You
guess.
sign a
Once you're
contract.
there, you
You
gotta
pay
go.
for it. What the fuck you mean you're not ready, fam? Just do it. You
Yeah,
pay
but
for
do
it.
you know when you're in the plane, can you just, if you was in the plane, do the size everyone still want to do, or once you're in the plane, do you just gotta go?
No, it's not even like a conversation. It's like,
Just go.
you're right. There was a thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
But it
Once
wasn't
you've
no.
done that, you fucked it, bro.
Yeah, you have because there's you feel like a bum, bro. If you go up there, all your boys are jumped off.
Yeah,
You're a
that's
bitch,
what I mean.
man.
You gotta go. Innit?
You're a bitch.
You got
If
to
you don't,
go,
if you pay
got
for it,
to go.
if you've done everything, you've done the training for it.
Yeah.
It's in everything. You cannot fail, man. You can't fail.
Down.
I'm not that guy.
All your boys are coming
And
down.
everyone's just like,
It's like Josh and it make it out of the car park.
after all that chat as well.
Because we do like a trip and we go camping and then we
Nice.
do like Snowdon and all that. We do like
Nice.
go all over. So we went. Where did we go? Was it Snowdon or one of the other ones? Anyway,
Scaffold pipe.
gone there and one of our friends is like, "Yeah, I'm gonna smash this. I'm gonna smash it all night." Though he's
Smash what?
The chat, like getting to the mountain first.
Oh,
to the
okay.
top.
Photo competition.
Yeah. So it's like who gets to the top first, then it. So he gets there, bro. We must have just get out the car park.
Nah,
at the
15
bottom.
minutes.
15 minutes.
I was at the back watching it because he kept dropping back. So me and Ed must have dropped to the back just to hold up the rear in it. So we're walking like. After about 5 minutes of walking, Ed goes to me. He ain't gonna make it.
Was he scared?
No, he's just tired. He had a stick and everything in his
Oh,
he was going after 5 minutes. He's going. Some heavy breathing. Sounded like Predator was in the midst. I was like, Ed just goes, he's not gonna make it. I was like, ooh. 10 minutes later, I looked at Ed. I goes, he's not, is he? 15 minutes in, man stops at the bottom of the mountain. Says, you know what? I'm gonna wait for you here. I'm gonna wait for you here, lads. We go up the mountain. Yeah, it takes 2 hours to get up and back down here. Maybe 2.5 to get up and back down to where he was. My man's in the same spot, hiding behind a rock like Gollum, shivering, sweating and shivering, hiding behind this rock like
with his ring.
Precious. And he comes out from out this rock like, oh, how was it, lads? And just like. All right,
I've never been that.
You can't even explain it.
I couldn't be that guy though. You gotta be somewhat fit enough to always do an activity, innit? If that makes sense.
Yeah, keep yourself
okay. I'm not saying you have to be in the gym 6 times a week.
Yeah, nah.
I'm just saying,
if a world war kicks off, you gotta be able to sprint in it.
Yeah.
Or if you're getting chased by someone with a gun or something, I just wanna not a gun, but like a knife, just dipping off. Man.
Do you know what makes me laugh sometimes? You know, this is a bit off subject, but you know what I mean. I'm not taking the piss out of anyone that does calisthenics. But
do
you know when you see people doing some like flagpole moves and that, like I always liken things like if something kicked off, like with the gym.
Yeah.
Like when I train to be strong, I think I want to be strong just in case something happens. Or like in the world or locally, whatever. I want to be able to just have a bit of weight behind me. Yeah.
Not die straight away.
When you see people doing like flag poles and all these different things in the gym, I always kind about this as you always say on the country, but when I see people doing certain moves like and certain things, it's like, what is that helping? What is it aiding? And how is it going to benefit?
It's hard, bro.
Some of it. I'm not saying all calisthenics.
You know what, and I'm not even really talking about calisthenics, bro, but the two kind of interlink, but parkour, bro.
Yeah, jumping around. Tough. Now that would be sick to know parkour. Imagine you getting a leg.
Yeah, bro.
And you just like, put. That's what I'm saying. Something like that I can get. But certain, I guess if you did calisthenics and parkour, you'd be an absolute monster. You'd be like Predator.
Parkour's hard though, man. Just jumping across buildings and that.
I used to do it, innit?
Did you?
In a fashion.
Shut up, man.
Anyway, it's your podcast, bro.
Yeah, you haven't even introduced yourself, you know.
Don't even know into that shit.
Introduce yourself, because you guys are the main people that's helped me create this, innit? So I would like my viewers to know who's helped me get the platform that we're on right now.
So hi, I'm Aaron.
It's a hard question, isn't it? I never like asking people to introduce themselves. Even in school. You know in school when you say, they say, tell me one thing about yourself. And you're like, shit, I don't know what to say now.
It is true, you get stumped a bit, but really, alright, so my name's Aaron, and I'm one of the co-founders of Making Change Studios, which is where we are today.
Yeah.
And Greg of Making Change Studios. Yeah.
But today's segment was the... So we discussed mental health, kinda. But I want to talk about
loosely
what you guys have done in any fashion. What you've done to help people get from the lows to the any highs they've had. Any stories?
Hold space,
yeah, man. Hold court. So basically, this place started out because of we were trying to help people with mental health. We wanted men to talk. I've been through trauma. Greg's been through trauma. So we were at a stage in our lives, I think, where we got over the bravado of being who people want you to be and who you're supposed to be.
People against you? The idea, or not hating on it? Yeah. Not hating on it.
The police.
The police. Nah, but now we got our keys to the prison. So yeah.
How old are you? How many years ago now?
When we started this?
4
years now. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, Greg's had a history. Greg started his first podcast 10 years ago, innit? Greg and Nate Masturbate podcast. So that was about 10 years ago.
Probably longer than that now. About 12.
We consistent with that? Or?
No, it never really got off the ground, but we had the idea to do it, and the idea had been in my head.
Well, you have to think about it as well. It's 4 years ago.
And everything,
before COVID, people didn't know what podcasting was.
This is the thing.
Yes.
And that's the reality of it, is the masses of people that know what podcasting is now, 4 years ago, did not know. I remember when I used to tell people what I did, and they did not even know what podcasting
Can you
was.
imagine people trying to get a grasp of it 10, 12 years ago?
Mad. Ahead of the curve.
There were podcasts
Ahead of the curve, really.
There were podcasts out then as well.
Yeah.
Gervais.
Yeah, Gervais was out. That was one of the few, and that's how I knew about it, to be fair.
I think he was one of the first ones I listened to. Magic Sponge with that was a bit later.
I mean, it was
Jimmy Bullard and
coin.
Rob Beckett.
Podcast was coin because basically, I can't remember the geezer's name now. It will come back to me. But
podcasting is hard though, like, because you're just talking. So what makes you, or what you say, more important or more credible than someone else?
It's not more important, and I feel like I think podcasting is good because you have to kind of verify what you say. Like, it's very easy to go somewhere and make a sweeping statement,
but you need facts behind it.
But if you're in a conversation, you'll soon either be found out or get undone. So you can chat shit and people won't really know, like, but when you're having a conversation with different people, people can challenge you, and it doesn't always have to be a debate. It's just a conversation.
It seems to be
sharing of views.
It seems like because it's recorded as well, there's mics, there's cameras and stuff. It's a lot more of a civilized conversation than it would normally be. So for the purpose of the podcast, structured podcast, it will keep you from going on tangents, keep you from going off the subject, and then you can focus more on the topic at hand.
You have written down, or
it's also different because, like you say, when you're with your friends and you're just jamming and chatting, like you said, there's nothing. Whereas I feel like podcasts, from our perspective, if Greg agrees with me, we use it as a tool, innit? So, as I said, we started because we realised there was a need for
people to speak out.
Myself, I'm quite self-aware, so I wanted to talk. Greg wanted to talk, but the people we started with, then it became, because we were so early doing it, there was nowhere to podcast. There was recording studios. So if we wanted to do a podcast, we'd have to go here, there, everywhere. So we thought, fuck it, let's just make our own spot. Then we can do it. So then all our early podcasts, Politics and Bull, which is what the first podcast was called, was mental health based. So we did a solid run of that, and that's how we started working with the NHS, Health Education England, IOPC, Shelter, Mind, Red Earth Collective. The list goes on. Winson Green Prison, Probation, and that's how we've got into trying to help people and use digital media as a therapeutic tool.
To mentor, you said you're mentoring?
Yeah, so we do mentoring. So we run a CIC as well, which is a charity arm, which basically any kids who have been involved with the criminal justice system or mental health services, they come, basically, when you're in school, I used to get in trouble in school. You get in trouble in school, you get kicked out of school, or you get in trouble with the police. They want to send you to
juvenile
football or boxing. That's what they do. Oh yeah, you're gonna go speak to someone, you're gonna get a peer mentor, you're gonna go football or boxing. What about if I don't like sport, innit? Like, so you got a lot of kids out there falling through the gaps because people feel like sport is the only way that young men can release their aggression. Or if they're not what if they're pent up?
Academia, then it must be sport.
Exactly. But what we offer is
with what I was saying earlier.
What I was saying, it could be music, could be art.
Exactly.
Could be other things.
Music.
Yeah, you're
right. Art is so therapeutic. The benefits of it. So basically, me and Greg are both spoken word poets as well. So we used to travel up and down the country doing poetry and spoken word. So we've always had an interest in it. Like, I feel like language is such a big tool.
How you
like, you can do, if you can talk to people and you know the use of the English language, man, you can pretty much get through anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a big thing for me. So yeah, talking is good, guys.
No, it is good. No, it is good, man. Because it offloads any... there's talking and there's talking openly, innit?
Yeah, 100%.
So if you're just chatting shit that doesn't actually relate to what you're saying, like what you're feeling inside, then it's not going to help you. But if you're talking to, I don't know, your mother...
It depends. Because if you're talking about a podcast format as a whole, your format may be
different
to
to
be
others.
a narrow-minded individual. I might sit here and be someone narrow-minded. You be the open person, and you be the person keeping it on track.
Different
Yeah,
views.
yeah,
All like
yeah.
different views.
It's not always about just being open and like. Sometimes you play roles and characters and stuff in it.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily something where you sit
Dynamic
down
in the room.
and it's therapeutic. It doesn't have to be a podcast. It can be
No.
a crime drama
This is what I'm saying.
podcast.
Yes.
100%. Podcasting on the whole is about whatever you want it to
As
be
the
about.
artist.
It's what I ask you, and I say to you, what do you want your podcast to be about? Who do you want it for? Is it for like uni students? What is it? Is it
For me,
you
I
getting
wanna-
bossing joke? Or
I
you
still
trying
don't know the answer to that
talk them
question.
about something.
But the answer that I have is people like me.
Mm-hmm.
It could be 35, it could be 40, it could be 50. It doesn't matter. But if you're relating to what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
come sit down, get a cup of tea,
Mm-hmm.
chill,
Yeah.
and just watch or listen. Doesn't matter how it is. But I did ask a question to the public.
Mm-hmm.
And we've talked about this already, but I love this question because it's like putting two different genders against each other, and I just love it when people, controversial, but
It's provocative.
who's more trash? And I say more because we're all trash, innit?
Yeah.
So I've got answers, but what's your
What's
Who's
my
more
opinion?
trash with what? What's the question?
like?
It's a
Who's
bit-
more trash?
I
as,
mean,
like,
it's a very loaded question.
within relationships and stuff.
Let's see the question then.
What is the question?
Who's more trash, men or women?
Men or women?
Yeah.
Oh God, loaded or what?
I can give
wanna
you-
Get
I can
shot
give-
first, or you want me to get shot first?
I don't know, man.
I'll
It's
give
not-
you my answer. It depends what you mean by trashing.
Mine's a
So,
cop-out, though.
what
Mine's
would
a
yeah,
cop-out
but
'cause
listen, the PC answer is no one's trash because if everyone is an adult and
No one's trash.
everyone
has a
should
different frame of reference.
everyone should be able to act how they want to act, innit?
Yeah.
So maybe that's sexually
And you shouldn't be
or
judging
emotionally.
them for the way they're acting.
That's the
Yeah,
PC
so they can
answer.
cheat if they wanna act
But
out
what I'm
cheaters.
gonna say is, to me, it's just a different consequence when people are trash. So when
Okay.
women are trash, it holds more consequences
More
than
weight,
when men are
more
trash.
weight. Yes.
Maybe not emotionally, but it does in terms of passion your genes and shit. Because women have kids. So if a woman out there beating 6-7 man, yeah,
See that woman that
gets
had
pregnant,
twins? See the woman that had
boom,
twins?
with two different geezers,
Two
isn't
different
it?
geezers.
So imagine that
So
now.
she got impregnated with two semens in the same day. So when the twins come out, one was brown and one was white.
I don't know if that was true, man.
I've seen a picture.
I've
I've seen it in the sun, bro. It's true.
Wait, what are you saying? What are you saying? So one lady was having sex with two different men,
Yeah.
and then she got pregnant at
By
the same
both of
time.
them.
Is that even biology?
Two
No,
eggs.
no, yeah.
I don't know if it is.
That's
I
not
don't
biology
know.
possible, I swear.
It depends what time the first one was, what time the second one was.
Because all it is the eggs.
Because
will
one
sort
might have
of-
but
a slow
the-
swimming in the other, innit?
But
So
what
they
doesn't
all
it?
would've caught
Isn't
up,
it
like,
like
"You're
one sperm
racist."
takes the egg,
Yeah,
and
apparently.
then that's done, isn't it?
Apparently.
Nah, but there's loads of eggs that get released, don't it? It's just that only a certain amount. Catch,
One makes
or
it.
catch.
One makes it.
Nah, but two can make it. You can have twins. You can
Yeah.
have. So I get. I can't remember the science behind it, so I don't know. But
But
either
when
way,
they
what
want-
I'm saying
So
is,
what-
Go
how
on,
they
go on,
born?
go on, go on.
if women have kids, yeah, so it's just different consequences for a man. Like, yeah, when men are trash, they're gonna fuck a woman's head up.
Yeah, but a
innit?
woman
And it's
can't
gonna
make
cause-
a kid without the man's.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So if you get a woman pregnant, so if you're a woman and you're going around and you sleep with 6 different geezers, you
Yeah.
get pregnant,
Yeah.
there's a bigger consequence. Like, who's the
Five-
baby's
five man
daddy?
leave you though.
Because who's
What
the
if,
baby's
what if a
daddy?
man sleeps with 5 different women and one of them gets pregnant? Isn't that?
But
isn't
that
it the
does
same thing.
no. It's not because you know who the father is. So if I don't know who the father of my kid is, if I go out on a night out, have
Okay,
one
I
night
see what
stand,
you're
saying. I see what
bang,
you're
bang,
saying.
bang.
I see what you're
Shit,
saying.
I got a
got
youth.
what I just got what he said.
Yeah, I got a youth, but there's no fucking. I don't know who the daddies. But the other way around, a man is gonna know it. Like if I'd be you and I know
I
she's
think
not sleeping with anyone.
my opinion is that it's
That's it.
equally as trash
That's-
as each other. It just depends on the person
But-
and what the fuck they've been through because
But that's what I just said. Innit?
You say, like,
Equally, it sounds trashy, but
let's
the
say, like,
consequences are different.
yeah, like that saying in it, hurt people, man.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of hurt people out there,
Yeah.
and there's creating more hurt people. I just
Why
think
did I
that,
just picture Will Smith slapping?
Chris-
Hurt people.
that was
hurt
staged.
people.
Anyway, that was staged.
Yeah, it was so bad.
It was staged. I've seen the.
But you know what was
original-
interesting?
the original
You
footage.
guys didn't say women are trash straight away, but when I asked that question, every single male said
Women.
women. And,
Women are trash,
and yeah, but every
but men are
every-
trash too.
Every woman.
That's all I'm
every
saying.
Woman said man in it. So there's only one person that said Both.
Listen, I
women
watched
try to
them
take them on
I watched them clips on Facebook Reels and Insta and TikTok and them ones. You know, of like the man's interviewing girls. And the girls are like, "What's your body count?" She's like, 14. And then the number comes up and it's times 3.
Yeah.
So there's them ones and then there's girls like, "What's the worst thing that no one knows about?" I slept with my boyfriend's mum and all this stuff. And
Yeah. Madness.
You're like, wow.
It's too nuts, man.
Well, like, I'm looking at
It is
this, what I'm
crazy.
saying, both trash, because some of the stuff that come out with, like, I'm just like,
Disgusting.
bro,
Disgusting, isn't it?
we just fucking, it's a mazza.
But why do girls lie about their body count though? I know why. I feel like it's to do with they don't want to be seen as a hoe or a slag.
Yeah, because the consequences are different.
But why lie though?
Because why you gonna want to sleep with a girl if you just meet her and she goes, yeah, my body count's like
I wouldn't have asked.
1,000.
I wouldn't have asked.
Yeah, I wouldn't
1,000
ask
this
either,
year.
you know.
It's not my business.
Personally, I wouldn't ask because I believe everyone's got a passport. I'm telling you, if you told me that, it is gonna put me off. Like, if you're openly talking to me about your body count, because I would never ask that question.
Why would it
So
put
if
you
a
off?
woman come up to me and is like telling me about her body count, I'm gonna be like,
Why
would
is
you
that
ever-
a thing?
yeah, like,
nah,
boy,
nah.
I'll be like, nah. See
It's
you later.
different,
Would
bro.
ya?
Different, bro.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
different these days.
Let's just say
man.
you've got.
different.
Let's say you've got 2 dates lined up. Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
just say you've got one woman, you don't know her body count, right?
Yeah.
But you got another one that you know of her, like you know she's about in it.
Yeah, I know what she's about.
Yeah.
With the man, I know she's
Are you gonna
about
go
with
into
the man.
the second date?
I ain't going on the second
You
date,
on the
bro.
first one? You on the first one?
No, but forget the first one. But I'm
What
saying.
am I dating her for?
What-
No, you fucking just go straight to me, Yala.
It's true, but it shouldn't change your opinion though on the person just because it's a number. Because that past is her past, so get over it. That's my opinion on it.
No, but I do agree.
not saying
with
wife
that.
her.
I agree with that, but at the same point, all I'm saying is that
What
we
are
have to
your
be
aims?
realistic. And we have to be
Yeah.
realistic.
What are you?
What are you aiming at?
Learning objectives and that, you know, at school.
Ask her on the date, innit? So
What?
now we're all aware of your body count, babes. So
Whoa, would you say that?
What are you hoping to get out of this interaction? Are we fucking? Are we
Friends?
Are we friends? Are you looking
Yeah.
for something longer term? Like longer term?
Nah, you're right though. It doesn't really matter.
No, but
I'm
it's
just saying,
ego
to
then.
me
Isn't it
personally-
ego then? If it does matter to you, let's
Yeah,
just
it's
say.
man because I don't want to be looking at my girl thinking, yo, my brother's
Who said
brother's
she's your girl?
ball bag's been in her mouth, like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Nah,
do you know
nah.
what I'm saying?
She has to be your girl, but I'm
it
saying.
takes its toll, innit? You're like, at first you're like, but after you're like, yeah, what the fuck's going on here, man? It
For me,
happens, innit?
for me, it's just like, let's say I'm walking around with.
Depends.
I'm just
If I'm
fucking
walking
like-
around with a girl, yeah. If I'm walking around with a girl, yeah, and I know her body count's like 40. For me, it looks horrible.
There's lots of variables, man. Depends, like.
I'll be honest with you, I don't give like I said, I don't care about body.
Depends
I'm not
on your
asking you
interaction
your
with
body
that
count.
I don't
person
really
as
care
Doesn't
to
matter.
ask. Yeah, it's not my business. man.
But if you do tell me and it's high, and when I say high, I mean like to the point, mate. It's not even a
What's
number.
high to you
know.
though? What's high to
Do
you?
you know what that? It's not the number, it's who it's with.
Yeah.
You understand? Like,
yeah,
if
yeah,
it's
So are you gonna ask her for the
it's high, I
Instagram of
don't
every
know,
man?
but
And
no, but
and
imagine
you
if it is though. Imagine like you're going out somewhere with someone, yeah, and then you walk in, and like
Oh, you
she's
see the
fucked
past.
6, 7, 8 man in the
Yeah,
room,
nah,
and you don't know, bro. And there's all this like,
Oh
So,
my
but
god, you
then-
a joke, man?
but then on the flip side, do you want her to sit down and go, by the way, we're going here, and just to let you know, I fucked my man. But
Headache.
it was all in the past. What do you want? What do you want to do? You can't win, innit? Like you can't win.
It's
So,
out.
so
you
best off
just
not thinking about it.
you remove yourself from the situation.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would say remove. I can't go into a motive with knowing that this many man.
best
have
thing to
already
do.
piped yourself,
is
man.
best thing
I
to
can't
do.
do it. I can't
Best
do
thing
it.
to do is when you're in senior school, snare someone then, and then stick with her because then you know like it ain't getting well.
They don't know
down by
themselves.
nothing.
Though. They don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
They
That's
don't know
the-
themselves.
that's
What are you
shit
talking
advice,
about?
that's shit
That's the
advice,
worst
man.
advice. The girls don't know themselves.
It was a joke.
Oh, well, you're right though. I see what you mean though, with a clean girl, but I don't know.
No, it's not about that, man. Like you said, everyone's got a past in it. Like
Yeah.
you've as a young man, you've got to enjoy yourself as well. So women shouldn't be expected not to enjoy themselves. They should
This
be able
is true.
to do what
They can do what they want, as the same way man can do it, but
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They should be able to do the same. Unfortunately,
But they need to-
society. We live in a society.
they need to get
where
over the fact that they could be looking as like slags. They need to get over that. I think it's hard. It's hard.
I don't know.
You know what
It's
it is,
hard.
bro? It depends on it, because I don't want my daughter running around here getting beat down. Like, do you understand? Like, I don't want that. So,
What, even if it's her choice.
yeah, even if it's her choice, I'd be like, damn, I raised you wrong. What have I done? Honestly, if my daughter's ran there and she tried to bring Bagger Man back to the house, I'd be like, what have I... Even if my son, to be fair, if my son did it, I'd be like,
You can't.
yo, nah, I wouldn't be gassing him up though. I'd be like, what you doing? Like, make sure you fucking, what are you doing? But
Yeah.
I'm just being honest, I would look at it differently if it was my daughter. I would probably be a bit more vigilant.
Well, it's because you know what man can do.
Yeah, one, because I know what men can do. And the thing is as well, I'd probably feel like it's less safe, ain't it, for women. They're not physically as strong, they can be wooed easier than men, I think.
Yeah.
Finessed. They can get finessed by men more. It's just different.
Because
like,
they're naturally, like a feminine energy is naturally more kind of a receiver in it of things. So
for me, I don't know. It's different now. I don't know why.
It's tough.
It's bad to say because I know, like, we live in this world where everyone's saying everything's equal and everyone's.
No. But
I
there is
don't
something
agree
in the
with
masculine, feminine, and that the women is the fairer sex in it, and that they're meant to be treated more gently. And
Yeah,
So why is it wrong? Why is it wrong in today's society to say that men and women are different?
It's not wrong. It's up to you.
No,
man.
but people say,
Opinions,
"Oh,
listen, you get opinions pushed on you and agendas pushed on you, but it's not wrong to think or do anything anyway. Well, it's
in
certain
any way."
ways.
Yeah.
But I think that you've got to make the decision yourself how you want to think about something, or you can't. You can
force
make
your
informed
opinion.
decisions
Yeah.
based on information that you've gathered. But how do you know what is ever gospel in it? Like, we can go to a different country and find different ways of living and different ways of being. So just in that should tell you that even wherever you are, you should be able to think freely.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think about the statement "nice guys finish last"? Then, do you think that's true? Do you think it's false?
Nah, I don't believe that at all.
It depends how you define a nice guy. Innit?
I'm saying, but when I hear a nice guys finish last, I'm thinking of a man that lets the girl dictate everything that he does, and then he'll finish last because he's not really rated because
See,
of the
when I'm
fact that he
thinking
had
of being a nice guy, I'm not thinking about women specifically. I'm
thinking
about business
business and life
and life and savvy and things like that. Like,
to get ahead.
In that aspect, nice guys probably do finish last because you have to have. No, I'll take that back. You can be nice, but you have to have a degree of
respect,
nasty as well.
You
do.
Nah, you need to be a bit.
You need to be assured.
You need to be,
You need to be. Yeah, you might need to be firm. Like, but
I think you need to have a bit of because this world that we live in, this part of the world that we live in, it requires a certain amount of certain behavior to get ahead. It does to get so you can get so far, but then you have to start bringing in things like deceit and like thinking about power struggles and all these kind of things. That's when you have to be a bit nasty in it.
Yeah.
So what is it? Go on.
Sorry, I was gonna say, like, this goes back to the Queen, innit? Like, we were talking about saying, is she a good person? Is she not a good person? What is she doing good? But it's like you say, like, the things that she's probably done that we deem as cold, well, they are, and I'm just throwing a point of view at it.
Yeah.
They're deemed as cold. Are they not the things that leaders need to do to rule, to be successful? Because you can't rule over a group of people and not be cold. Like, there's got to be justice. There's got to be, so whether, even if we were in a tribe, if we went back to tribes, yeah, but someone's still got to hand out justice. So that person's got to be, like, kind of emotionally disconnected to the people they're actually trying to lead or rule or whatever, or civilize, whatever, innit? Like, just you've got to kind of be disconnected, but at the same time connected to them.
I agree with that.
Weird,
you can't pretend you're like one of the group.
You're not one of the group, innit? That's what I'm saying. So when you're the boss at work, it's weird when I say people like, you know, like you go to work and then someone gets promoted and they're like, he thinks he's like he thinks he's one of them now. No, he's one of them now. Like that's
He's
what happens,
above
isn't it?
you,
Like
yeah.
that's just the unfortunate way it is.
Yeah.
Them people, they've gone to whatever. I'm not saying they're better than you. They've just changed. Like their roles have changed. So
In order to become a leader, though, what word would you? Obviously, we want to talk about discipline and motivation, and
Yeah.
so what makes people different? I think it's the ability to not let outside influence what's happening on the inside, which is up here, innit? That's what I think separates the best from the rest.
I don't know, man. It's hard to say, isn't it?
You need to be influenced by the outside, though.
Yeah.
You do. You do need to be influenced by whether it's something that strengthens what's going on inside, or whether it's something that changes what's going on inside, or even if it's something that you completely reject. You still need to be aware of the different ways of thinking and different stimulus.
Yeah.
Because you need to. You need to be aware to the ideas on the country, and you need to be aware to the theories that are on the country, to what you think and say. Innit?
I wouldn't use the word influence though, because influence is like you're changing yourself, innit?
Yeah.
But
I agree with Gregor, and I think this treads on the territory of when we talk about arrogance and confidence.
Yes. Yeah, it does.
Someone to say anything that someone else says isn't going to influence me is arrogance.
Arrogant, yeah, because they think they're better.
100%.
Yeah, but saying that, do you know what, listening to someone's point of view and being open to it influencing me, I guess that's confidence.
But how often?
Yeah, because you're open to it, knowing that it could change the way your firm belief.
So is it a skill? To know when to listen, and when not to listen?
Yes, because you can't listen to everyone. It's like, you know that old saying when people say, "Oh, I should always listen to your elders."
Nah.
And then you see your bridges listening to their elders, and now they're doing 20 years.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, that's good. Listen to them. I know people when I was growing up who used to say, look up to these people, and all them people smoking heroin and that, and I'd be like, if I listen, or if people listen to these people.
Nah, it's true.
You'd be on the same thing, so I definitely think it's.
Do you think there's something in respecting your elders, though? Do you think that saying is true? You should respect your elders.
Nah, I think you should just
Can
respect
I answer this?
people
Can
who
I answer
respect
this?
you.
I feel like with elders, yeah, they've got like age is a big factor in it. I think because they've lived more life than you in it.
Yeah, they've got more experience.
So they've probably dealt with a lot of different, like with a lot of different issues in different ways to you, but you can still apply that lesson that they learned from that experience. So that's what I like. So when I talk to older people, I genuinely talk way less because it's like
because you're listening.
I'm listening because they've lived more life to me, so I should listen.
But doesn't that just depend on the person? Like
Yes.
I listen to my friend and he's like,
If they're able to articulate themselves in a nice way.
A good full life, and I know he knows what he's talking about. So it's not really an age thing with me. It's just, I just think just respect everyone, innit?
Yeah, respect. Yeah.
It is very archetypal though, because I say like with your kids, innit? There's some people who raise their kids like don't talk, respect all your elders, or speak when spoken to, innit?
Use your manners.
Like all that kind of thing. But should you just like teach your kids just if an adult showing like you should show people respect always, innit? But if someone's disrespecting you, whether they're an adult or not.
That's when my respect is gone.
This is what I'm saying to you, innit? So it's a case of respect your elders, of course, but don't just respect them because they're old. Respect them because.
Or respect the fact that they're older than you.
But why? Like I don't like.
No, just because they have more experience. I don't know necessarily. That's why I asked the question. I don't necessarily know because I often think, like, when I hear young people talking to older people and I hear them talking a certain way, and I'm like, I was always taught never to speak to older people like that.
In the wrong way, innit?
But when I see kids talking to older people, I'm like, this is insane.
Yeah.
Like to me, it's just don't sit right, and some certain traditions I think should be upheld.
Certain things, but I think that's just manners, isn't it? Like we're lucky enough that I think we just speak to people respectfully.
You
anyway.
are. Yeah.
I don't think like we speak to anybody disrespectfully. It's just not in our nature.
It's wrong.
When I hear kids speaking to like their mums and it's disrespectful things like that, or even the mum may be like.
But they've got to be they've got to be involved though.
Allowing that and having a banter and it's quite.
They need to get rid of it. But for me, I struggle. Yeah, well, I used to struggle more with saying, "Okay, I'm wrong in it."
Okay.
And the reason why, in my mind, I used to be like, I didn't want to hear it from an older person because it's so patronising. Because you're older by me, you got a number that you're better than me. But it's like, nowadays I'm thinking I'm more like open to saying yes, you're right. Because of the fact that I've lived more life.
100%.
So it is to do with age. Age is a big factor in life, man.
What's that saying?
We grow up,
like
innit?
wise man think.
A wise man knows.
A man that knows something knows that he knows nothing at all.
Yeah, something like that.
Yes.
Basically.
Yeah. Because there's always
If
someone
you
that's
walk
a little
around
more
thinking
than
you know everything.
Yeah.
But that's the ego, innit? That's being young, innit?
That's arrogance again. Arrogance.
Like you say, when you start to get older, you start to realise that all the stuff that your parents used to say to you is kind of bang on the head. Like, it's true.
It's
like, you're like,
facts,
oh
man.
my God. Then you start repeating that shit and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah. And sometimes they are just empty phrases as well, aren't they? Oftentimes things you can learn, and like you hear lots of these phrases like, oh, it's the same difference. Doesn't make sense. There's lots of phrases that you'll hear through life, and people are like, oh, you know, 6 or 1. No, that's a good one. 6 or 1/2 a dozen. I like that one. There's certain phrases you hear, and it's just a nonsense phrase used to describe a situation that you haven't grasped yet.
Yeah.
I would say the biggest lesson I learned was like cleaning, cooking, all that like life stuff, innit? That you don't learn in school. School don't teach you that.
What? You don't do cooking at school no more?
Brother, I cooked
You didn't
in
do
year
food
4.
tech or nothing like that?
Oh, I did it in year 7.
Just year 7?
Year 7, bro. But
That's not school's job. Anyway. You should be
no, but
fending for yourself.
I hear that. But what I'm saying is, I learned that through my parents, innit?
Yeah.
And my family,
Mm-hmm.
day to day. So when I moved to uni, I wasn't. So when, brother, imagine this: I went to uni, and one of my flatmates asked me how to use a washing machine. I thought, this is just wrong.
This is it, innit? This
Brother,
is it. Like,
she's a year below me.
I remember my mum come here. This is how you use the washing machine. Start doing your own clothes from now. I was like,
you should. Well, how old are you?
I reckon I was 18, you know, to be honest with you.
What, washing clothes?
Started
I know how
18?
to wash-
No, I knew how to
wash
wash
my
clothes, but it
I
was
started like 14 or something like that, you know.
where you have to do your own clothes.
Yeah, I
Mum
have to,
doesn't
though.
do it for you.
Nah, mum hasn't done anything for me.
Really? That's good, man. That's even.
I have to learn. Like when I cooked you that little breakfast thing.
It might have been earlier than 18, to be fair, because I think it might have been a bit earlier, but it was. Yeah.
The better you
But
learn,
it was a
the
point
less-
where it was like,
you know.
where it was a point where like, you know how to do it now.
You have to do it.
I wanted, when I learned to wash my clothes, was when I started going out.
Yeah, you wanted to wear multiple outfits.
That's the
Yes,
feeling.
yes,
She's
When,
like,
when I needed my clothes,
Do it
then it was
yourself.
like, I need to.
Every day
That's
washing new clothes and that. Nah,
But yeah, the food thing, like, that's mad. Like, people going to uni and still not being able to cook. Like,
but the ease.
I can't.
Nah, man, you need some. One of to be fair though,
culinary skills, man, you need.
I
them.
learned one of my boys at uni, yeah, my age, same everything, and he taught me properly how to cook, how to dice onions and shit. I was like, wow, this is, because my mum is too busy to like. She's got too many kids to.
Yeah.
That's the best gift you could give someone, man. Teaching them how to cook.
Yeah,
I swear
I
to
agree.
God.
You reckon?
Yeah, man. When you can look in a cupboard and it looks scarce, and you think, oh, I'm gonna put that with that, onion base, tomato,
You know what?
spices,
I
you know what?
do
You know
need
what?
to
Garlic
learn how
and
to cook.
salt, pepper, and that. Yeah.
The thing with me is like, it's like you do things like HelloFresh. It's like you don't really know how to cook. I can follow a recipe.
Yes.
But if there's no recipe, bro, I'll be lost. I'll be in the kitchen.
For real?
This is the thing
Bro,
about
you gotta
learn.
HelloFresh as well, innit? HelloFresh helped me develop. Like, so rice now, obviously, look.
Yeah, I know how
rice is
to
always
cook rice and that.
Now,
Yeah,
rice
yeah,
is a
yeah.
sketchy one now.
It's hard,
You
man.
cook sauces and everything galore, but when it comes to cooking rice, there's an art to it now with HelloFresh, the repetitiveness of like
Do it,
always
no,
doing it
no.
the same way. Well, not so I do my rice, but like what HelloFresh taught me is that like what things go with things, what herbs go with what sauces go with what leaf, what whether it's
See, I don't
basil
really
and
take it,
tomato.
when I'm
You know,
cooking.
you have to do it, you have to
And
like
then,
that.
and then you start to learn the taste, and then you refine your palate, and you start tasting things like this has got this, and this in, because you know what goes into food and how it layers it.
That's
and
what I
gives
mean.
it
Like, I don't have
Bruv,
that kind
it's such a beautiful thing to
for
know.
food.
And that's
But
what
would
I'm
you? Okay, so if I ask you now, let's say like a Last Supper kind of vibe.
Yeah.
What are you eating?
Last supper.
Let's say you know like in
Fried chicken. Nah, I'm joking. I don't even eat meat. Both don't even eat meat.
You don't eat meat.
Nah, bro. My last meal, I'm eating something. Oh my god.
I think
I'm having
it's lasagna.
a big table of food. There's gonna be
Really?
loads of stuff.
Yeah.
Where do I start?
Throw some stuff up there.
My last meal. I'm gonna have to have a mix on it.
Vegetable moussaka.
What's that?
It's like a Moroccan dish, and it's almost like a lasagna, but it's layered with aubergines.
Okay. So no cheese?
I eat cheese, bro.
Yeah. I've lactose intolerant in it, so
I don't know what I've
You don't have to have cheese.
for my last meal, but I'll have a bit of everything. So like I do.
Yeah,
It's not like I don't like food. I just don't like cooking it. I just feel like it's a fucking waste of time.
it is a waste of time.
There's gonna be some lemon cake and custard in that bitch somewhere.
Yeah, that's nice.
Gotta be lemon cake and custard.
It's the
What,
school ones.
the dessert?
In the last meal, man.
The school ones, isn't it?
You got me thinking, man. The last meal.
Nah, it would
It's
be
like the prison fees, like, before they die, they get the last
Exactly,
meal.
that's what I'm thinking. If I ever get sentenced,
I'd have to have like a mix, bro, because I'd want some yard food, but I'd also want like I love lamb.
Mexican,
I love lamb.
you ever tried lamb shoulder?
Thai,
Yeah, bro, of course, bro. Like that's what I'm talking.
Cambodian, Thai,
Thai.
Mexican. Come on,
Mexican would be nice.
not Cambodian, Vietnam.
Do you know what? No, I said no African food, bro.
Yeah,
That's the one thing. Like people don't try African food.
no, I do. I've eaten a lot.
Can I just say that obviously I'm smiling it, but it's more towards Arabic food. It's not really. There is no, for me, like Somali. There is no Somali food because it's like pretty much just Arab food, isn't it?
Okay, yeah.
Same thing in it, but when I go into the small leaf and that, and they have like massive, we eat together in it, so it's like you get a spoon, massive bowl of everything, all the meat, rice, pasta, all in one in it.
Yeah, like it's just a big share.
Big share, yeah. Everyone
You
eats
just
small.
kneel at the thing.
You just got like like lions and that when they just eat.
He's a dickhead.
What did he say?
He's just
Sorry, man.
But like,
you doing it traditionally, though. You kneel at the thing, and you just sit on the hands and.
oh yeah, you eat with your hands in it
But
traditionally.
you kneel
like,
at the thing, innit?
yeah,
On the floor.
yeah.
Isn't that the traditional way
You
to
sit
do it?
on like a
kneeling pad.
a big
yeah.
cushion thing in it.
cushion.
But it's, again, from Arabics.
Yeah.
Again, so, but I love it, man. But what really was weird, the one time I went to my grandma's, innit? On my mum's side, or step grandma, or something like that. And she had a maid in Abu Dhabi. I was like, doesn't sit right with me. Like, getting all the food and that.
Yeah.
Getting all the clean plates.
Different, though, innit?
I didn't like it, bro.
But you mean
Felt
that
really
made you a
bad.
slave, bro? Because when I went to India, bro, they had like my ex's family. They were like slaves, but I'm not gonna lie. They were like the Nepalese people, and in India, the Nepalese people come over for the jobs, and they are maids, I guess. But bro, it's like they're like slaves, bro. Like I'm just not even joking, bro. It's some cold shit.
Mine was more.
Yeah, like just proper, just.
I asked about it though.
It's like raw, bro. There ain't no like.
Well, what's the difference, bro, between like a
One's
maid and a
getting paid.
slave? Like,
One's getting paid, innit?
because you can go.
Well, I don't know if they get paid, bro. This is what I'm saying. I'm not sure if they
Oh,
get
I
paid.
asked my
I think
grandma.
they were getting.
Housed.
Yeah, they might get Yeah. So it's kind of like
And
a.
fed.
Yeah.
Housed and fed. Was
I
the
mean,
food
they might
alright?
get.
Did
I
they get
mean,
decent food?
I don't know actually. I can't say that because I'm.
You can't
I'm
say
just,
slave then.
I can't say-
If they're getting
No, but what's
same-
the difference? Like, if you're telling someone to do this,
to get a room in the house, that's
pay.
That's
pay.
pay. It is pay, but
It
it's
is
like
pay.
an indentured slave, isn't it?
yeah. It is. It's wrong. It's wrong. I think it's wrong.
Bro, but I just remember seeing some conditions and thought I was like,
I used to have a Thai maid come to my house and clean.
Yeah, cleaning is different though.
clean what?
Clean my house, bro. Clean my ass.
Did you feel bad?
Because I heard
Why did you feel?
No, but I felt
Why
bad.
would you
When,
feel bad?
nah, I felt bad for the. You said maid in it, but it's a loose term because it's like.
But you know what it was? That's because of the
It
country
was-
it's in. Here, if I hire a cleaner, I ain't gonna feel bad for her because I'm gonna pay it to clean it. That's the service.
That's what
But
she
I'm
chose
saying
to
when
do.
I was in India, I wasn't too sure.
The setup.
But that might just be my.
And you'd be going to sleep at night, you say,
oh shit! Were they like stinking rich then, or was he just like a random like?
No,
Could I afford it?
they were really wealthy. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So you
Really
went to
wealthy.
see your grandmother and she had a maid.
One maid, and she
You
brought out all
didn't
the
see
food.
right because she had a maid.
No, it was like for me at home. It's like get your own fucking food or get your own.
Yeah, I see what
plate.
you're
Yeah, she's your
saying
grandmother. She's like raised your mum, probably half raised you as well.
No. First time I really met her. innit?
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
so,
So
okay. Yeah, but you know,
it's like
she's got it's a
I
different.
get what you're
setup,
saying. It's
innit?
just uncomfortable.
What did
like,
she do for a living?
Who?
Was she well paid? She lived in Abu Dhabi. She lived in Abu Dhabi.
What the maid?
No,
Oh,
your
my-
grandmother.
Yeah, she lives there.
From there.
Yeah, she lives there.
Oh, saying okay.
So that's like her son is like a teacher, and they look after
So
you.
they got money.
Yeah.
So then they have a maid. What's wrong with that?
I didn't like it, man. I can cook for myself.
I get what you're saying. Like, you kind of like this person, especially if you're just sitting there like that, and the person's like, "Oh, do you want a cup of tea?" Or do you know what I mean? Like you'd be like, "I can get it myself." Like it can be uncomfortable, innit?
Was it proper like?
No, it wasn't really bad, but it was more like it was more like I'll get the food. I'll get the plates.
Delegating.
Not delegating, but more. For me, it was like, do what you're told.
Were they disrespectful?
My grandma.
Yeah.
Nah. She was just telling her how it is, isn't it? I think. But still, I remember that they so clearly.
The choice.
Do you know what I did? I took my own dirty plates because I was like, nah, I felt bad. But then she made me some.
You was trying to smash the maid. Stop lying. Stop lying.
I was like 15.
I'll take this one. Nah. Winking at the maid while he's eating his pudding, like.
But over there, they look after
this
you.
one extra special.
They look after you, like, because when I saw my uncle, and he had like a brand new Merc. I was like, what's going on here? I'm like, cause I don't think they were that rich in it, but it was like if you do like acts of service, if you're teaching, if you're.
It's heroin, isn't it?
They give you some sort of. They give you a house. They give you a car. They look after you.
Yeah, they do that. There's no tax on that as well, isn't it?
It's mad, bro.
So
you've seen this Line City that they're building? You've seen the Line City? Look at it, man. Line City, there's about 100 and... I'm going to say...
Line City?
There's 120 kilometres or something like that of straight line, only so far wide, mirrored city, so it's mirrored either side.
Oh, it came up?
Within 50 metres of your house will always be a doctor, hospital, dentist, etc. The Line City, they're building it in Saudi Arabia.
That looks mad.
They've wiped out some tribes and that so they could build it and all this kind of stuff. And
what made them change?
Basically, some Saudi prince, his family or something, has built up this city. You can travel from one end of it to the other end in 20 minutes. It's just one straight line.
How are we talking here?
I think, for some reason, it's 120 kilometres.
Fucking hell. You can travel in 20 minutes?
Yeah. You've seen these cities they're building. Look at them. The floating cities. They look sick.
Is that in...
I think it's like Korea or something, isn't it? I just made that up.
Because the world is going to be underwater soon, man. The way it's going, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like Kevin Costner.
I'm trying to go Maldives, man, before it drowns.
See, the Line City goes straight through, like...
I don't get why that's good, though.
Beach, innit?
But why is that good?
What do you mean, was it?
I don't get what's the point in
what changes
in having a line.
Yeah, the eco-friendliness of it. Eco-friendliness, the lack of carbon emissions from there, because it's mirrored.
Just one road.
Imagine how like a city that was like this all right long inhabits thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of people, and how much heat is getting out. So more people, not much
for space.
It's just like a high rise. Like,
okay, yeah.
It's mad. You have to read about it and watch the videos. It's deep, bro. Like when you see it, it's crazy. But
the Palm's mad though. The Palm, you know, the Palm in Dubai.
Yeah.
It's weird because it's like there's like a, I don't know how to describe it, but we went to it because there's something called there's a mad like water park called Atlantis.
Right.
It's on the Palm in it, and then
yeah. But people spoke about this. Wanting to go to Dubai, and I said, "Why are they meant to have a wicked water park there?"
Yeah, it's the best. You're right. There's one ride.
It's part of this big hotel, and it's
mad.
But the hotel you can see, like the rooms are underwater, and
is it?
So you can see like into the sea from the rooms. Yeah, in Dubai. Yeah.
Oh man, there's one ride. Now it's called Leap of Faith in it, and it's mad. Like you jump down, but you go into like a shark tank. But like obviously.
Yeah.
You're rapid though, innit? But you can see the sharks right next. It's like.
So I'd like to do that. I don't like to jump out of plane, but I'd like to swim.
Why not jump out of plane?
I don't mind.
Why not?
I don't know.
Neither of them things sound appealing to me, to be honest.
What?
Nah,
yeah. For me, I'm an adrenaline junkie. I want to do shit that makes me go like, whoa. That's
I don't
nuts.
think. you just think yeah. I had a guy doing some like X Games on my BMX on a BMX ramp, and it smashed up my face. Sometimes things happen, and you just think. Like
scarred.
I reckon I would have been a good boxer because I got a good dig in it. But I went to a boxing session once and this Irish guy just banged me in my face so hard I walked straight out the ring. Like, not for me, man. Took the gloves off straight away. I was like,
safe.
Not me. Certain things happen in your life and it just tells you who you are. And I knew
you weren't a boxer.
I wasn't a skydiver. I don't like water that much, bro. I don't like swimming. I don't like the sea.
I'm
the sea, you
more
know.
inclined to agree with him
I
with the
don't
sea
like
thing.
the sea, you know. It's
'Cause I can
crazy.
swim. I've never really been scared.
Everyone makes me feel really bad for it as well. Like, what? How can you not
No, but
like
you're
the
right,
sea?
you're right,
I'm like,
man,
just
you're
don't
right.
trust it.
It's not like in the sea
5%
because I don't really
is
like beaches. Full stop, bro.
Beach I
But-
can tolerate.
Nah, but I'd
What's
rather be
the
in the
sea?
water than on the sand. I fucking hate that
What?
shit.
Yeah,
But-
What, walking
you're
on it?
right, you're
What,
right.
walking
But I
on it?
mean,
Yeah,
like,
just
when people start
rugby,
saying
bro.
swim out today, I'm like, no.
But swimming's
What?
vital, bro. You know, like you were saying, like cooking.
Oh,
To
it's
me,
right.
swimming is vital, bro. Like
No, it is. It is.
vi-
No,
just
swimming.
to know
Swimming
to
is different.
survive.
I'm talking about the sea specifically. I don't trust it.
Okay, so if
But no, you just know, bro.
if you're on a yacht,
Too
yeah,
much.
if you're on a yacht,
I
yeah,
don't trust it. It's too
would you jump
vast.
out? Would you jump out if
It
you're
is,
on a
bro.
yacht?
When you do scuba
Well,
diving,
I've jumped
Yeah.
off catamarans and yachts into the water, and like when it's calm and that.
Seen
But
that?
if I see any current or anything like that, I ain't going
Killing
in there.
myself.
I don't like it, man.
Nah.
Are you serious?
bro,
I
when
don't
you
like
do like
sea.
deep sea diving and that,
No.
it's like another
No.
world, bro. It's sick, ain't it?
Breathing through that little thing under the water,
Yeah.
and then something
bro.
blocks it, and then you can't breathe. No,
Nah, I'm on
man.
about when you got the tanks, bro.
Nah,
I'm on about,
and then
when
it
you go
disconnects.
Is it about scuba diving?
Yeah, nah, man, fuck that. I ain't going
I'm like
underwater
deep
that
sea,
far.
like going that. Yeah, you got like,
Horrible.
well, you think it's far, but it's only like you only go 15 meters.
Have
you done it?
Like,
Isn't it? You've done it?
Yeah, I don't know. If it's
Well,
on-
so-
You can't say
What
only
was
15
it?
meters. It's
But 50 meters isn't a lot. But when you think you're underwater 15
Bro, it is
meters,
mad.
bro,
It is
it's
mad.
Don't get me wrong.
it's
Listen,
far, bro.
listen,
You're like,
where'd you do it?
Don't
I've
get me
done
wrong.
it in Egypt, Jamaica, Cuba.
Don't get me wrong. I love to see
Brazil.
some beautiful corals, fish, what's going on the
it's
depths of
cool,
the
bro.
seabed and all this stuff. I fucking love to see it. But if you never catch me on a submarine, again, I've been on one once,
Have you?
and you
What?
never catch me on a
Was you on
in
a
a
submarine,
scuba
bro?
diving.
Oh, you can't just throw that in there. Submarine.
I can't tell you about my passport. And I've been snorkeling and that, but like, nah, some things are just meant for VR, man. Some things are just meant for VR technology.
Water is getting more scary to me though.
Fuck
After
it, man.
knowing that
I hate
we
it.
don't know shit about water like properly.
The depths.
We don't know what's there.
Yeah,
So I don't trust it.
I wouldn't want to be like in the middle of the sea and just.
That's what you know. What if you think about like worst ways you'd like to die? Mine is drowning. I hate to drown, man. It's like my
same.
worst.
I always
fear.
ask would you rather burn to death or drown? I'm not drowning, man. I can't do it.
No, I'd rather
I
drown.
think
than
I'd
burn
rather
to death.
drown than burn, though.
Yeah,
But I just
the
the
pain-
thought
oh.
of drowning, like
Bro,
the
you're
water going in
trying
my
to
lungs.
you're trying to breathe, man, but you can't breathe, and you're just like, what
Yeah,
do
but
I
what,
do?
but what about choking on the smell of your own fucking burning flesh? How about that?
I'd rather just die peacefully. Innit? That's my answer.
Shooting head.
That's the aim, man. That's the aim.
That is the aim, bro. Not some mad shit.
Do you reckon like when you well, first of all, talking about dying and stuff. Do you reckon you got soulmates? Do you reckon you got a soul first of all?
Yes.
And then if you
Yes.
got a soul, you
Where's
reckon
your
you got
soul situated? Where
soulmates?
is it? In your body? Or is it in your brain?
It's in the pineal gland. Pineal gland. It's in the pineal
What's
gland.
that?
Your third eye, bro. Don't you know about the pineal gland?
What here?
That's what the
Wait, it's
Philippines
actually
listen
here.
to that.
It's actually
I
here.
do believe you have souls. Yeah, I do believe in that.
Yeah.
But I do not believe there is one person out there that you need to meet, fall in love for the rest of it. Nah, I don't believe in love soulmates. You just learn to love someone. If that makes sense.
Well, that was a pretty fucking quick conversation because I totally agree, mate. It's done. Podcast finished now.
No, but it's true though. It's true.
No, I agree. I 100% agree, bro. I don't believe in soulmates, bro. I think there's too many people on the planet. I feel
Facts.
like
Too many different opinions. Too many
Just-
different
I believe in
lifestyles.
soulmates. I believe in soulmates.
What?
I just
Yeah.
don't believe that you only have one.
Okay.
I believe that you have. I reckon that. Just
there's got to be a million soulmates.
what for you?
Yeah,
I reckon there's.
thousand.
Like,
I believe in friend
I reckon-
soulmates.
1,000 soulmates.
I reckon there's certain people that gravitate towards you for more than just what meets the eye. I reckon there's like because of your energy, your soul,
Energy.
your energy, your soul, your vibration, your frequency. Certain people will gravitate towards you.
I always
and I
say
believe
true.
those are your
Yes,
soulmates.
I always say
Yeah,
frequency
that's
though.
true. You can say that.
When you
that's
bounce one on off, like when you bounce with someone, like you know when you meet someone for the first time, you're like, fuck, this guy's fucking cool, fam.
Yeah.
It's because you're on. I feel like you're on the same frequency, and you're not the same person.
Sometimes you can look someone in the eye and have a conversation, and after the conversation, be like, that was fucking weird. Like, why did I feel that? Why was that so intense?
It's because they're too different to you. That's why.
No, not different. It's not always different. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is. Like
They're too
the
different.
mystery in it.
But that's what I was just about to say to you as well. But sometimes you meet people, bro. And like when you genuinely meet people, it's just like a fake version of themselves, isn't it? So
If
you're
they're not-
talking
they're not-
about frequencies, but they're not
Is
real
it fake
frequencies,
version?
are they?
Is it fake version?
Sometimes.
No, this is
Or
what I'm
is it-
saying. innit? You
is
can't
it-
ever.
I don't think it's fake version. I think
energies.
it's less of the truth. Because they can't give you the truth straight away, bro. They can't do that. They don't know
Well,
who
I
you
don't
are.
know, innit? Like,
They don't know who
can.
you are, though.
I don't know, man. I will give you the truth of who I am straight away because it doesn't really matter to me because I'm
Transparent.
confident.
Because you're transparent,
I'm
innit?
confident in who I am.
And self-aware.
But if you're not, and then you do it all the time, man. People meet people. To be fair, especially at university, bro. It's one thing that does me. I didn't know when I was at uni. People have known each other for like 2-3 weeks, and they're talking like, "Yeah, this is my best friend."
Mate. Fuck
I'm
off,
like,
man.
What you
Change shit,
I
man.
mean, maybe that was just because I didn't really, like I said, I wasn't involved in the uni life that much. I went to my lectures and went home. But when
Oh,
the
really?
people
That's
were
boring, though, man. I feel like
it
it's
was
boring.
boring, and that's why I said to you, one of probably the regrets of me doing it was that I didn't go away. Because I didn't
So you're
need
telling
to.
me to
I
enjoy
still
my time then?
had my friends
So
anyway.
you say enjoy my time at
Enjoy
you.
your time,
My,
man.
my older brother said that to me. He's 29. He said to me, I wish I was your age again. And I was like, damn. He's speaking so much facts. I know if I don't do it properly now, when I'm 25 or when I'm 26, I'm like, fuck, I wish I had done more of the uni life, which is going to lectures, which is
Yeah, man, being involved.
interacting with my
engaged.
fucking lecturers for once. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Like and subscribe, please. Please like and subscribe because I will need that.